We're going to be talking about HS Tiki and Bonnie Blue. So this Bonnie Blue, thank you Yardi, thank you for the potatoes. This Bonnie Blue, we all know who Bonnie Blue is, right? For those of you that don't know, she is a corn actress, corn star. Now, I've always been pretty open and honest, like, I really don't have a problem, or I'm not a prude where that stuff is concerned, because I think if it's your body, you know, you do what you want with it as long as you're feeling respected and it's something that you want to do. Thank you, Savage Stitch, darling. Thank you, my love. Then why the hell not? As long as you're safe and, you know, you're happy. I don't see anything wrong with it. And I've got to be honest with you, you know. Each to their own, live and let live, do whatever you want as long as you're happy. So I don't sit here and judge. Guys, let me just take my tablets. Do you know what? I'm sorry for moaning. Thank you, Chippy, darling, and I Spy. Thank you. Do you know, because of, you know, like when you've obviously had a drink and you have the hangover, thank you, Yardi, and your projectile, you know, for nearly 2 days. My throat's so sore when I drink or swallow anything. Marnie with the money gun, thank you, darling. Big up, Marnie. Thank you, love. Moderators, will you pin Marnie, please? Thank you. Remember, guys, if LOSJ, if you are sending a gift, please comment so the mods can pin you. Don't be shy around these ways. So, yeah, so I don't really care. It doesn't affect me. If it was something that, you know, somebody who I loved wanted to get involved in, would it bother me? As long as there was happy. I mean, I'd prefer them to do other things, but I don't have a problem with it, basically. You know, all this OF stuff and da-da-da-da-da-da. Each to their own. But this Bonnie Blue, I've got a difference of opinion with her. Yeah, I do feel like, and I'm not jumping on like a hate campaign, I've got to be completely honest. I do feel like she does send, obviously because she's so present within social media. I do think she is a really bad example for you know, younger girls, because of how far she goes. Thank you, Marnie, darling. Thank you, and Gigi. How far she goes with what she does. Thank you, Fairy Godmother, for the balloons. You know, there's ways of earning a living and having respect and doing your own thing if you're in that industry. But with her, she pushes the boundaries too far for me. Thank you, Chippy McChips. Thank you, darling. And it's almost like she's trying to normalise whatever she gets up to, you know, the 1,000 men and the whole petting zoo thing. It, like, for me, I'm not about that at all. So, HS Tiki. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah, so, like I say, I've always been for anyone. Oh, House Life, darling. That shit the life out of me, House Life. Thank you for that wonderful gift. Did I turn into the Terminator then? Thank you, House Life. It was a terrible gift, but I do appreciate that. Turn off. Turn off. Turn off. So, but this HS Tiki, for him to sit and have judgment over, you know, her behaviour is a bit hypocritical, because I don't think that this guy is a role model for gentlemen or, you know, young lads or the younger generation. Thank you, Yardi. Yardi, my darling, you're going in hard this morning. Thank you for the money gun, my love. Thank you. I don't know if you agree with me, guys. Basically, I know that HS Tiki isn't into that industry. You know, he doesn't do that. But the message that he sends within social media isn't what I would want my children, if they was younger, looking up to. Does that make sense? So I think they're both as bad as each other. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, let's play this.
You find it, they're happy for me.
What I've got from this interview, yeah, honestly, is that I would respect her if she was honest and just said she's doing it for money and she doesn't give a fuck about the world and her imprint on the world. I would then respect her because I'd be like, right, she's being honest. Like, you don't give a fuck about anyone. Like, anyone who watches you don't give a fuck about them.
Yeah, right message, wrong person.
Hours I sit speaking to people and getting to know them.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Sammy.
Sorry. Forgot?
You alright? You having a nice day?
Not a date, just a little interview. Oh.
Where are you going?
Can I not get up?
Why?
Oh, are you going to tell me I can't get up?
You can get up if you want.
Enjoy the time.
I'm enjoying it. Honey.
You find it, they're happy for me.
Yeah, so basically he has a sit-down interview with her and he tells her a few home truths, but like I say, I just think right message, wrong messenger where this guy is concerned. However, there was a video that I did see on the FYP and he was with a female and something happened and he was actually quite mature about the situation. So I do give him props for that. So I will say quite well, but that was a one-off. I don't like the guy and I really don't like this Bonnie Blue. Yeah, I think they're both as bad as each other where influencing the younger generation are concerned. I'm confused with that video. Which video, darling? Which video, Chloe? Well, basically, the video that I'm talking about, do you know, like we have Lady Days. Oh, thank you, Miss Black FYP. We have Lady Days and sometimes accidents happen where it can link through clothes. This poor young girl was on live and, you know, how many thousands of people watch HSTK. And, you know, she didn't realise that it was her time. And obviously it was apparent on her clothes. And it happens to many of us, you know, it's happened or it continues to happen, you know, it's quite a natural thing, do you know what I mean? So, but I just feel like, even though he did laugh, he laughed out of nerves, but he still, you know, handled the situation better than what I thought he would have done, do you know what I mean? Yeah, because when I was watching that on the FYP, I thought, oh my God, here we go. He's going to really, you know, ridicule her and make a whole song and dance. But, you know, he was actually like, yeah, you know, it's not that deep. Do you know what I mean? And I think this is what we need to start normalising, really, within social media that, yeah, I'm sorry, but he did handle that situation well, even though he did the nervous laughter, which I do feel like it was nervous laughter. I give him props for that. Yeah, this is what we need to start this is what we need to start, you know, making normal on social media. Do you know when women have accidents like that? I have got misfire. We need to like, why are people like, that's gross, you know? It's normal, it happens. Do you know what I mean? And this is some stuff, we need to start normalising it because it is normal. Whether, you know, you can sit there and say, oh, it's never happened to me. It's happened to, you know, majority of us. And we shouldn't be, you know, shamed for it, you know? So this is why I talk about these conversations and I have these discussions. As many people may think, oh, what a gross thing to speak about. I want to speak about things like this because I want it to be normalised and I want females to feel like, okay, it's happened. I shouldn't be embarrassed about it. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I do go into these conversations. I'm all for, you know, normalising things that women shouldn't be ashamed about. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, let's listen to the rest of this next video.
I think you're actually doing a little bit of harm. Not even a little bit, a lot of harm.
It's better to idolise me than the other women that complain in the world.
Like who?
There's shitloads of people.
Like who? Name me one.
I don't know.
Name me one woman who's worse to idolise than you. Name me one. You can't think of it because there's none. Name me one. Name me one. Name me one.
The average person that goes to work.
You can't name me one. You can't name me one.
Literally, most people.
You cannot name me one though.
Yeah, but most women will just go to
What
work.
girl is worse to idolise than this? That is all. Like you are just showing the world of girls what not to be. I think you're actually.
Yeah, so So who's the bloke on the right? It's HS Ticky. So yes, thank you everybody for the love. I do appreciate it. Thank you guys. So, you know, I've sat here for years and I've said, do whatever you want. It's okay as long as you're happy and you're safe and you're comfortable. Why not? You know, whatever you want to do. You know, it is. Hello, Cam2 fam. Hello, darling. It is 2025, but I just think with this Bonnie Blue, she pushes the boundaries too far for me, and she isn't an idol. She isn't a female idol in any way. Do you know what I mean? Who would agree with this, guys? Thank you, Michelle. Happy face, yes, you agree that this woman is no idol. Sad face, no. Each to their own. Yeah, like, please vote freely, like, have your true opinion. I just don't like the lamp she goes to get a name out there and, yeah. But if you know, like I say, if you are in the industry, you know, each to your own. Do you know what I mean? I just don't like this one or that one. Sorry. Oh dear, guys. Anyway, let's move on. Annette, what's you up to? Thank you, fairy godmother. Right, so what's this say? Annette can't believe it when someone says her top's revealing. This top is not revealing in any way. Whoever said this to Annette, leave it out. And why shouldn't women, whether, it doesn't matter what size you are, whether you're skinny, whether you're, you know, pleasantly plump, we can wear what we want, darling. Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry, there is nothing wrong with this outfit that she's got on. This is not revealing in any type of way. Annette, darling, if you are watching, I absolutely love this top and you should wear it more often. It's not revealing. Thank you, Audrey and stuff.
Now, if I undid the buttons, it would be.
Exactly.
If it fell down, it would be.
Oh, yes. Don't undo
This
the
is not
buttons.
revealing.
Thank you, Charlotte. Jada Blue.
I agree, it's a bit small on me, but it's not revealing.
It's not, darling.
Thank you, Lisa.
Oh, thank you, Think. No, it's not. Free Donny now. No, it's not revealing.
Is this revealing?
Stop lying. Absolutely not at all. And you're only saying that because you don't like it. There's nothing wrong with that top. Out. So I'm going to play this video. Sophie says Red is emotionally torturing her own daughter. Here we go again.
Just on my TikTok live right now, yeah, okay, something got said, we don't know what. Do you want me to come in and pretend outraged to get some sympathy?
Let's start it from the
Everything about
beginning.
it so cringe, I can't deal with it. And then did you know, so today as well, did you notice, let me just put a mug up on the screen. Today, did you notice what happened? And obviously Luke, I don't think there's a clip of it because I haven't seen one, but Luke was like, oh, they're always bringing her kids into it. Daughter kids aren't even on the app. Well, she is because she fucking pinged her in a live earlier to try and get her a bit of clout.
No, not clout.
It's insane. So to me, this is how it went, right? So this is the only phone I've got to hand right now. So, oh shit, it's talking to me. She goes off to take a call. Hiya, darling. Sorry, I'm just on my TikTok live right now. Yeah, okay. Something got said, we don't know what. Do you want me to come in and pretend outraged to get some sympathy, Mum? Yeah, please do. Yeah. do, yeah. Comes in, gets the daughter in the live. Oh, Katana, hi darling, are you here? Hi darling, are you here? Let me pin you. Pins daughter. Shows everyone, all the trolls and everyone who her daughter is on her public profile. I went on and had a look. There's a lovely, this is the new iPhone 16 Pro Max. And then she's exactly taking lessons from Corey. That's exactly what I said to Levi. And then...
Just want to stop them, right? So, anything I ever do on this live, on everything that I love dear in the world... Sorry guys, my eyes are really runny. I'm not crying, I've just got, my eyes are watering. Everything that I do on this platform is genuinely, it's the truth. I don't set anything up. I certainly won't get my kids involved in segments. My daughter is an adult. my daughter's very much an adult. She's 27. And when she is in these lives, not in every day, but you can guarantee either one of them is watching, whether it's my daughter or my son. My youngest doesn't because she's always in work during this time. And when she sees somebody, when she's seen that video of Delusive Angie questioning the DV in which my daughter actually was present during, she was a child, she remembers, okay? As a family, we have over the years, we come to terms and we deal with, you know, what happened. And when people are questioning what we went through, it is a major trigger. Now, I had that video lined up. I didn't know if my daughter was going to be in the live that day or not, all right? My daughter just happened to be in the live. My daughter just happened to be in the live and see that video, and she was absolutely fuming that somebody was questioning it. Bearing in mind, in real life, situations or people questioning DV and trauma doesn't happen. Thank you, Lou. Thank you, darling. But my daughter is an adult. She sits and watches, and she didn't like what was said in that video. And basically, she was in the comment section, right? And the mods weren't pinning her, obviously, because the mods, you know, Kitana isn't very active in comments and things like that, right? My daughter certainly doesn't want clout, TikTok clout. If she wanted clout, she would get it and she would have it. But she was getting annoyed and frustrated that the mods weren't pinning her comments. That's why she was ringing and messaging me. And I have had her permission to show, because the one thing I'm not is a liar. And the one thing I would never do is cause my children unnecessary trauma, okay? I have done nothing but protect my children, and I will continue to do so. And the fact that, again, my children are being used against me to score cheap points, it says so much more about you. So with my daughter's permission, okay, I can do this. And it's got dates on the phone and everything. Where are we? Because I hate being called a liar. I hate it. When her mum's DV is being questioned and our whole trauma that we suffered, because we ain't victims anymore. We're survivors, like many of you. We're survivors. Do you know what I mean? We ain't victims. She has a right to be angry and upset. And because people weren't seeing her in comments and she was commenting, she was getting a little bit frustrated. Okay, she was angry because of what she's seen. So, just let me get to the right bit. And again, I have her permission to do this. I would not show this if. So you can't obviously edit or screen record. Okay. So here we go. Look, it's real chat, yeah. So Friday, 10:58. I'm on live. I know you are. And I apologise to the moderators about this. She was just very angry. I'm trying to chat to you in your live and your shitty mods won't pin me. Comment, I'm effing livid. All right? So I apologise to the mods. She was just angry. She loves you all, really. You know that. I put what's wrong. Okay?
I'm fucking livid of that video that you've just showed of Angie asking for proof for DV. Like, I'm shaking. I'm so pissed off. I don't know who the fuck she thinks she is.
And then obviously she's put mum. and I had to speak to her because she was just so angry with the video. I know Bev, she was just going off her head because of what she'd heard. Do you know what I mean? And she was so agitated, and she just wanted to be listened to, or she wanted to be seen in the comments. That's all it was, and that's why she was so like, Mum, and she wanted to have her say on the situation. Do you know what I mean? Because it is a situation that as a family we went through together. So obviously when people question that, it gets her back up and it gets her angry. And I've just showed you proof there, right? So Sophie Bailey, I do not segment anything. I do not segment my children's trauma that they suffered from. I do not segment anything. Anything you see on here is natural, right? What's not natural is people questioning people's trauma, because I don't lie about what we went through, right? And I've just shown you the proof now. So stick your opinion where the sun don't shine, Sophie Bailey, because again, I've made you look very silly. We do not segment around here.
She pins her daughter, who's got a lovely video of Miss Red dancing around in the kitchen, and it shows her unfiltered.
I'm literally shaking.
Like. And then, yeah, it's not as if her daughter's a kid. Exactly. She's a full-grown adult. She's a mother herself. So then, she then goes on to play a video of Levi, EQ, and Angie being quite brutal, like making some very dark jokes. I've got dark humour. I could see not the funny side, but like the light-heartedness of it, that it wasn't all serious.
Yeah, it was all light-hearted fun.
Pepper keeps saying hello to me, so I could see it. So I wasn't triggered by it. I don't get triggered.
It's because of who was saying it. That's why you weren't triggered.
I still know. She don't want to talk to me anymore. Hi, Pepper. It's Miss Red ringing me. Yeah, and then she then pinned... She said bye now. Right, we can talk now. So she pins her. She then plays a clip, and then her then daughter rings her again, making out she's triggered by the clip. And she goes,
so in that moment when my daughter's watching my show, all she wanted to do was be pinned and, be part of the conversation that was happening. She was angry, all right? So I had to pin my daughter. I had to say, Mods, if you remember, will you give her a pin? Just so she was heard, just so she was seen, okay? Yeah. And I should be having to sit here and explain to the likes of you about mine and my children's relationships. Thank you, SJ, and what we've been through. And I shouldn't have to explain to people like Delusive Angie or bring receipts. Yeah, but I'm going to do that because you're very, very wrong about the situation. Very, 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 very wrong. And I don't do this to, contribute towards trauma or try and hurt my children. I'm not the one that's saying, I disbelieve people's DV, I want receipts. I'm not saying this. It's people that are saying this that are causing people to be upset. All right?
just come out of the live, darling, and I'll ring you after. Like, come on. If you can't see that clear as day that was staged, so people would feel bad for her, like, oh, look, why... If you knew you were playing that clip, you literally, after you pinned your daughter, you pressed that clip. You knew what was in that clip. You've watched it beforehand. Get off and ring her now, I thought you meant Pepper, because Pepper's ringing me. Do you know what I mean? Like, you've chose to play that clip, and then you're all pissed off and, oh, I need to come off, my daughter's upset. You chose to play it. You set it up. So, yes, I'm going to sit and discuss how you are emotionally torturing your daughter deliberately. Because if that was me, or if that was somebody else, I don't know who else to use an example, because I think I'm the only one on our side of the rats who's got kids. I don't know who else has. But if that was me, for example, that did that, and I was like, oh, Billy, yeah, come in my life and I'll pin you, and then played Peppa Pig getting brutally jucked. Do you know what I mean? It would traumatise her. So yeah, it's going to upset her. She's going to see something triggering. And then to go, just come out the live, babe. You knew it was getting played. You did it for sympathy vote. What an awful coincidence.
Okay, so I have to play the videos because people are sat there pulling apart my past and things that I've gone through in the past, things that my children have. I have to sit here and talk about it because people want to use these situations to score cheap points. And I can't help who is watching in my live. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't sit and be silent. I've spent so many years being silenced, and I will not sit here and be silenced about stuff that I've gone through and be called a liar. So I will have my say. And if my children happen to be in the chat, there's nothing I can do about that. But I've done nothing but protect my children, always, and I will continue to do so. So I don't really want to hear anything more from you. You're irrelevant. Anyway, guys, so I've just shown you the proof that it wasn't staged, it was genuine. The one thing that I don't do around here is stage and cause unnecessary trauma for the people I love most in the world. It's the likes of you and Elusive Angie and other creators that are fucking making people have to react to this kind of shit. So, there you go. Anyway, guys, moving on, we're going to listen to the Delusive Angie one now.
Big platform, he wants to be a big creator. Once you stop talking on me,
Angie says she's getting a restraining order on Alex and starts making backhanded comments about her mods. Maybe that's why you don't get the help, Angie. Everybody knows Alex and Angie have got this history of, you know, going at one another, and Angie sits there and plays victim like she doesn't do anything wrong. In order to get a restraining order out on somebody, Angie, they've got to actually break the law for you to get the restraining order. I think I need to get a few restraining orders on people, to be honest, because I think a few laws have been broken. I'm not going to lie. Nevertheless, I wouldn't waste my fucking money. Anyway, let's listen to this.
he's got no FYP. Because I am his FYP.
Thank you guys for the love.
But first, I'm going to get one on Alex, because he's been going at me for 2 years now.
No, you've been going equally as bad. Let's be honest. It's not one-sided.
Get the help. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly, Chippy.
I think I'm feeling sorry for myself a bit.
A lot. You always feel sorry for
I was even
yourself.
trying to do this Bing today, this AI. I think that's probably what's faced. Tell Levi, it's because I've got getting restraining order on Alex. I can't have him on the thingy bob.
Okay, Andrew.
You know what, right? I was even trying to do this AI Bing today, and I was thinking I was so frustrated. I swear to God, that laptop, iPad went on the floor about 10 times. I had people making these for me. Do you know what I mean? I do it all on my own. I don't have mods like everyone else has mods. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, you do.
Not being rude, but I suppose them a bit. Oh, he's not cantering on.
The thing is, right. Do you know what I don't get about this one? Do you know what I don't get about this one? And this, me and her will forever have beef. It'll never stop, because I'll never be on speaking terms with her again. She sits there and she she says the most about everybody, Cam 2's everybody. She just doesn't stop. And then when people go back at her, she sits there and then they're the problem. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, she spoke about my DV and what I went through because I spoke about hers first. No, that's not the truth, Angie. You said, Delusive Angie, that I back men that abuse women. That's how it all started. Because you don't get on with people or you've got beef with people that you don't want to let go. You think that it's okay to attack me because of who I am friends with or who I'm connected with. That is the problem. So you think that you can dig me out, my DV, pull up everything about me, pull everything apart about me just because I'm friends with this person. The person that you have had beef with for the longest of times. The person that you sit and mock his manhood all the time and get Lynn's in your box continuously to talk about his manhood. You know, yeah. So you woman, honest to God, and people are starting to see what you like now. People are starting to see it. You ain't no victim. You are not no victim at all.
That's your needs, I do. You need to, yeah, that's true. But I don't have a mod like my mod that helps you. Do you know what I mean? That things like sub images and all this kind of shit just helps. Sends you recordings and things, important recordings. I don't have that.
Yes, you do. You have die-hard, hard mods, friends and supporters.
Don't give me the gift.
Mods aren't employers, absolutely not. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Anna.
I don't really, you know what? I have a lot of support in my community, loads, you know, because biggest, very loyal, absolutely.
Well, they're a community of trolls, let's be
Because when he
honest.
goes at me, it's back on. He likes that back and forth, right? Because
You love the back and
bigger and bigger, and that's what you're trying to.
You love the back and forth with everybody. It's what keeps your platform going, Delusive Angie. If you weren't continuously having wars with people, like today, a live would be all about me. She'll fire up, she'll probably show Facebook posts and whatever else she wants to do. If she hasn't got beef with people, she's got no views. Do you know what I mean? She has to have ongoing beef with so many people. How can one person have so many problems with so many people and we're all the problem? Facts. And it'll be my turn today. But I don't care. Not bothered anymore.
Was desperate for being a big creator. Once I get restraining order on him, where he can't talk on me, it will shut his whole FYP down. Because I am the FYP. And that's what I'm aiming for. With the police. Alright? Those are just...
Angie, you are all over the FYP. Every other video, thank you, Dawn, is you on the FYP. Because you're doing something or there's some controversial situation that's happened and you are getting to so many arguments. Thank you, Daniel. You are, I would say, 25-30% of my FYP and many others' FYP. So that's why you get shown on the FYP shows. Alex doesn't sit there and play you all day just out of spite. He does it because you make FYP. And then other times he will come to you because you come to everybody else. You sit there and come to everybody. You come to me. You come to people you don't like, basically. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. While you're making FYP and while you come to in people are going to do the same back. And that's the way it is. Can't listen to any more of the shit that comes out of her mouth. Right, guys, moving on. Thank you, everybody, for all the love. Thank you. Right, guys, where are we? We're doing really well today. We're popular number 5, guys, but I believe that we can make popular number 1 today because the scores ain't that high, to be honest, or at least podium. Guys, for me to get onto podium, all you need to do is send a heart me, tap the screen, and send these little popular gifts that House Bells and Pink Panther are doing. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Nat. So, guys, please tap the screen, send a heart me, and do whatever you can. Thank you, guys. Right, so what's this one? Miss Faye comes live to discuss her side of what happened Sunday night in the pub. What I didn't like is her saying about FYP pages that we clicked to make it look bad. I'm sorry, Miss Faye, but you're wrong. Every clip I've seen shows the same thing. Yes, you were bad. So, thank you, everybody, for the love. I've took my medication, guys, so my mouth's really dry. I do apologise. So, I seen... big love, Steph. Thank you for popping in, darling. I watched the Miss Faye drama yesterday. I watched it from beginning to end. So, I got the whole lot. And as much as I like Faye, I've got no beef with Faye, no problems. Thank you, everybody, for the love. I do believe that she was out of order in that pub. So she sat there and she goaded and she wanted reactions. And, to be honest, I'm surprised that it never kicked off a lot sooner in there. Because like I say, and I've got no problem with Miss Faye, I never have had really a problem with Miss Faye. But she sat and wound that situation up. And at the end of the day, if you're going into a pub where people are drinking and you're saying all this shit, it's going to kick off in there. You know what I mean? So I disagree, Faye. I believe you was really bad in that pub. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Michelle. I think your language was terrible. I think the way that you sat going at people was horrendous. And like I say... You're going into exactly that. You're going into a pub where people are drinking, it's going to get heated. And I'm surprised it never got heated a lot sooner, to be honest. Because if I was in a pub and someone was sat going to me like that after I'd had a few drinks, it would have been the same situation. So I'm sorry, Faye. If you was in the right, I would say that you did nothing wrong, but you absolutely was wrong in that situation. So if you agree with me, guys, you can agree with me. If you don't, you can just say, no, Miss Red, I don't agree. So we'll listen to what she's got to say.
I'm not even going to sit here and go around in circles. If I had done anything wrong, the police watched the whole footage. Matty was there yesterday. The police watched the footage on my phone. So if I had been that bad, then I'd have been arrested, wouldn't I? But I wasn't. They were the ones telling me, did I want to press charges against them? Because I was the one who got hit, So, but it's all my fault. Like, that's the part that, there were things which I could have gone around and maybe been a little bit, it all started over the drink at the end of the day. That's how it started. But at the end of the day, like, she could have just changed the drink and it would have been sorted. And then as for the people sitting on the table trying to mimic me and laugh at me because I was live streaming, well, I gave them what for? And
you gave them a bit more than what for, darling.
Going on around and around about it, like what's done is done. About it, like what's done is done. And that's that. We've all made mistakes when we've had a drink. I don't really feel like I really made a mistake, to be honest with you. So... but what's happened is they've clipped the clip, and then all the FYP pages and everyone else, they're all going, they've clipped it to make it look like do you know what I mean? Like, but what about the way that she was talking to me and being aggressive towards me and stuff like that?
Thank you, Martin.
Anyone in their right mind would have done exactly the same thing. So, exactly. Exactly. And if people were actually in the live stream, they would see that for themselves.
Nothing was clipped. I watched it from beginning to end.
People do, they turn it round.
I like Miss Faye too, Warrior. Warrior Mum, I like Miss Faye. I've got nothing against her, but in that situation, she was really, really rude.
Professional victim player. Thank you, everyone.
She was looking for an argument.
Hey, Dawn.
Thank you, Irish. Thank you, Olivia and Sandra.
She also, this is where everyone's getting it wrong. I wasn't attacked by her. Yeah, I was attacked by the man that she told to come over and attack me. Yeah, and he pulled my hair extensions out my head and threw my phone over the wall. A man, not her. It was a man
That
she
was
had
wrong.
got from the opposite side of the beer garden to come up. So, you know.
Thank you, Sandra.
No, he wasn't a doorman. He was a punter.
There you go, Miss Black FYP.
Yeah, I could have reacted to the situation a little bit better, I can't lie to you. But when someone's being rude to me and someone's saying stuff to me, I'm going to be rude back. I'm not going to be nice back, am I? You know?
No, we got paid.
If you feel hurt me. These people doing FYP things on me and misgendering me and I think
Thank you,
what Corey
Peter
said,
Ryan.
which is absolutely disgusting. And it's just, you know what I mean? Like, you can say whatever you want. Like, I'm recognised as a trans woman. I am transitioning.
Yeah, I don't
so
agree with what Corey said to her, guys, either.
I'm medically transitioning.
Just want to stop there. I don't agree with what Corey said to her. I really don't. And I just feel like with Corey, obviously what he said, it was wrong. You know, I can't sit here and condone that. Because, you know, homophobia, transphobia, racism, mocking any kind of disability, it's wrong, isn't it? But with Corey, you go at him, he's going to go back at you 10 times worse. There are creators. Yeah, I agree it was wrong what he said. There are creators that you go low, they go lower. But I don't agree with what he said. But, you know, there's no buts. But she did say something to him for him to retaliate. But yeah, I just think, yeah, he shouldn't have said what he said. He should have kept it a little bit classy, do you know what I mean? I'm not playing the video of what was said because I'll get a violation. So, yeah, Faye said something to him and he's obviously retaliated. Do you know what I mean? But, yeah, so I just want to say that.
Just because I act a type of way when I make
both in the wrong.
That doesn't mean anything. Do you understand? So I don't get why people, they have to go for that straight away. You know what I mean? They could go for anything, but they go for that. You know? Like, I know women that act like masculine, you know? Just be you, thank you for the heart, me. So, I've grown up, my mum's not exactly like feminine, you understand? My mum's not.
I am UK's finest. Thank you, Sandra.
Abby, thank you. But, you know, you guys see one little short snippet of me. There's 4.5 thousand people that come across my live yesterday. But I'm not being funny. Like, you guys don't see me on a normal day, and you guys don't see my normal journey. You only want to just be there for the clout,
Thank
and you
you,
only want to be
Mal.
there for the drama. You know what I mean?
I know
For the
she
people
was
that are in
Lissy
my life every
Lou.
single
This is
day,
what I'm saying.
You know?
I don't know if Faye and you know, I think there was another lady from the trans community in the pub. I don't know if they've got a history of beef, but you know, Faye was going at her, wasn't she? Yeah. So, Miss Faye, I don't think alcohol agrees. I think like if you're going to go out and drink, just are going to escalate. And like, you know, when she was in the street the other day with the homeless guy, that was really funny. You know, it was quite a funny segment, but it was terrible the other night. It was absolutely terrible, and you could just, it was like a ticking time BOMB, wasn't it? Something was going to kick off in there. And if you want to see what Corey says, it's on the FYP Pete's. if you want to go and look for it. I ain't risking a ban for that, thank you very much. I have spoke about it here. So what warranted Corey's response to be transferred? I don't agree, but I've already said I don't agree with what Corey said, Ronnie. I don't agree at all. So yeah, there's nothing more I can really go on from there. Like I've just said, transphobia, homophobia, racism, attacks to the disability community, disabled community, it's all wrong and nobody should be doing it. Actually, Ronnie, I did say there's no buts. I did say but, and I said actually there's no buts. So, Ronnie.
Thank you, everyone.
I'm nobody's
Of
keeper.
course.
Ronnie, stop.
Who the hell is Bailey? What? Exactly. That's the problem on this app. People are way too comfortable with being transphobic, you know? And that's it. And it's the first thing they go for.
I think
They can't say
people are
anything
way
else,
too
they just
comfortable
attack
with
you.
a lot, to be honest. I've got to keep it real with you, you know? Yeah, Cora will be on there. I go into Cora's live and have it out with them. Do you know what I mean? I think people get away with too much on TikTok, you know? Whether it be, you know, low-key racism, sitting there calling people pedos, saying people touch the kids, homophobia. There's a lot of homophobia on TikTok, isn't there? I just think it's wild on here. And like, as long as it's not leaving my mouth, you know, there's nothing I can do about it, apart from obviously discuss certain things on here, like I always have done for the 3 years. But do you know what gets me right? If you're from the trans community, why, you know, dig another trans person out? I don't get that. Like, you should unite and have each other's backs. Like, you know, people from the, you know, LGBT community, why go at each other when you've had such a fight and you still continue to fight? I'll never understand this. Do you know what I mean? You should be supporting each other and be united, you know, because you all face the same things, you know. One of my really good friends who's, you know, is GAY. Well, a lot of my friends are actually, they're all from the LGBT, most of them are from the LGBT community. You know, he's like in his early 40s and he's still scared to walk down the street and hold his partner's hand. Do you know that? Because of getting attacked. And he does get attacked. And I can't believe in 2025 that this still happens. It's so sad. Imagine, like, it honestly really upsets me. Imagine, you know, you're standing next to the person that you love more than anything in the world and you can't fucking walk down the street and show them some love because you're worried that somebody's gonna say something to you or you're gonna get attacked, someone's gonna be waiting around the corner. It really upsets me. It really does. Because it shouldn't be happening. And people that, you know, do attack the LGBT community, like, fucking hell. It's nothing new, is it? Come on now. Yeah, like, it does, it breaks my heart. Love is love, man. Whatever community you're from, love's love. And if, like, you know, you're one of them people that walk down the street and say something derogatory to somebody walking down the street from the community, don't get it. Don't understand it. Yeah, live and let live. I know this, Sophie. I'm just saying this, like, obviously Faye was in the pub and there was this Emma in the pub. And like Faye was saying stuff to this Emma, weren't she? Like, if you're from the same community, you know, you've got the same fight, you're going through the same battle, why? Do you get what I'm saying? Why are you being transphobic when you're from the trans community? You know? But you see that a lot with, you know, people from the trans community, don't you, on TikTok anyway? You know, they're going at each other and things like that. But I don't know, maybe Corey and Faye can sort it out. Do you know what I mean? Because, like I say, Corey's not a bad person. But with Corey, you go low with him, or you sat in, he's going to go lower. Do you know what I mean? It's just the way he is. So maybe they can have a conversation and, I don't know, sort the bloody beef out. Only people with a problem with the other one struggling with exactly that. Exactly that. You often, you know, wonder why people have such a problem with somebody from the community. Are they hiding something? Is it their insecurities? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Corey just fights back hard. Do I agree with what he said? No. But you giving it to him is going fucking back. Do you know what I mean? Literally. But it doesn't make it right though. But you know, she's like obviously attacked Corey. I know it's something completely different on, obviously, you know, he's been, you know, going through this wank journey and things like that. And, you know, that's probably something that would affect him the most. Do you get what I'm saying? So, I don't know.
Gender, you know, and it's the same thing.
Yeah, I'll open boxes, Chloe.
That's trans on here. It's the same thing. It's ridiculous. Yeah, but that's what they do, you know.
Yeah, so moving on from that video, the FYP pages, what journey? It's a weight loss journey, darling. It's a weight loss journey. There are FYP pages on here that I've seen that are like straight above board, that will put from beginning to end out, not cut bits out, not edit it. You know, trusted FYP pages, and nothing was cut out or edited. Faye, you got drunk and booted off in the pub and it escalated from there. Do you know what I mean? Right, so moving on. Should we go into Cinders? Let's go into Cinders, guys. Do you know, I felt so sorry for her yesterday, and it was absolutely disgusting what had happened. So basically, guys, everyone, you all know who Cinders is, don't you? Somebody had commented on one of her videos, some lady had commented on one of her videos, just out of blue, just randomly, you know, trolling Cinders, as people do on TikTok. And you know what Cinders is like? Let's not have this TikTok beef over the internet. I'll pull up and we'll discuss it. Do you get what I'm saying? That's who she is. Fuck around and find out, basically. And anyway, when Cinders turned up to meet this woman, she got jumped by this woman's partner and two other men. And they put a car windscreen through. They split a lip. They hurt her nose. I don't know if her nose is broken, but it was absolutely horrendous. A partner and brother. Yeah, it was disgusting. How men can do this to a woman. Disgusting. I hope you get prison, whoever did this, and I hope you get years and years and years, and then lock you up and throw away the key. Considering the woman who wrote on Cinders' page, and Cinder said, come on, let's meet up. She's an advocate for fucking domestic violence, and yet you're sending your man beating on women. I'm going to play the clip now.
When she came here, we nearly went to have a fight with each other, and the guy that was stood next to her flew for me. I said,
it's because I watched the clip this morning, guys.
By myself. So this girl started on me this morning on TikTok, so I said, come and say it to my face. She sent me a shop to go to, so I went to the shop. She turned up with a man, and then her boyfriend pulled up with a little girl in the van, and he jumped out.
The kid was there as well.
Jumped me on the floor.
Wow. You know, you prosecute them and go to jail because they need to be around.
I just said to Liz, I ain't bothered about her because I turned up to fight her, but to the fact that them two men, I will be prosecuting them two men because they did it in front of a little
Good,
girl.
thank you,
Two
Olivia.
men to jump on a woman outside on her own. Do you know, I always turn up, I'll still turn up now if he tells me to go back on my own. I'll wait till his boyfriend goes to jail for this and then I'll go get her on her own. How about that?
I know,
She's,
SJ.
you know what, she's just as bad though, Cinders, because she's arranged it. She's arranged
No, she started on me on TikTok for no reason. She called me a tramp this morning. I said, "What? I don't even know what your fucking problem is." Like, I said, "You're not far away from me anyway." I said, "Come and fucking say it to my face."
That's
So
yeah,
then
that's
she gave me, I
blood
said,
on
she
the
gave me a shop. Come to this shop. So obviously, I'm not a fucking pussy. I'll go if I say I'm going to do something, I will. I'm not going to be scared of nobody. I'm not scared of no man. I'm not scared of no woman. So I turned up by myself.
Facts.
I'll always turn up on my own. Always. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but she is arranged for those men to do
Yeah,
this.
she brought the men with her because she knew she could.
Yeah, men did that to her.
Mouth shut.
Well, she's just as bad as them, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? They need to go to jail where they fight real men.
She's just as bad. She's worse. The woman's worse that set these guys up on Cinders. Like, what other woman would want another woman to get beaten by men? As a female, you're sending men to do your dirty work.
You know, men, actual men. That's what
Do you know what, Angie? I know naughty people as well. If she wants to start bringing other people into it, it's all right.
You know, name and shame. He's deleted his account as well. You know.
Good.
Yeah,
So we should.
this is him, guys.
Morning, Vicky.
I'm from Bradford. I know a lot of nasty people. If he wants to play it, let's
No, he's showing us knickers. He's deleted Facebook.
That's him because he knows.
Yeah, that's the guy that did it,
They've jumped
guys.
on my car window as well. I've had to pay £800 to get my car home, and I've got to pay for a new window screen now, as well.
She's in the woman's in my comments apparently.
Yeah, look. He jumped on my.
Do you know what really annoys me? Obviously, we know Angie's view on domestic violence and things like that. The fact that Angie sat there like pretending to be all concerned. When you're not concerned, you just want to make FYP and, you know, use this Cinder situation to, you know, get all over the FYP. You don't really give a shit, do you, Angie? Let's be honest. Do you know what I mean? You're just in an opportunity to get all over the FYP. You're acting concerned and you really don't give a shit because you question everybody else's DV and things like that. So, don't get it.
Car window.
Wow.
That's how big and bad they are. That's how bad they are. Jumped on my window.
She's over
Burnley.
here.
Rose Hill is Burnley, apparently.
Emily Rose is here. 96 backup.
Yeah, well, she couldn't have a do on her own, could she? The little soft ass. Soft ass. Still couldn't have a do on her own.
Yeah.
She brought two men. I went to fucking. When she came here, I went to fucking. We nearly went to have a fight with each other, and the guy that was stood next to her flew for me. I said, "What the fuck are you doing?" He went, "I'm here to protect her." And the next thing, another man jumped out of the van.
Wow, that's disgusting. You know, one on one, that's a dirty fight, idea. What
Yeah, it's dirty, because she knew she couldn't have a do. Imagine embarrassing yourself like that. Not even bringing women with you. You brought two men.
Yeah.
By myself. So this girl started on me this morning on.
I'll tell you what though, big up Cinders, darling, because she can have it. And the thing is with Cinders, right, she isn't one of these people that goes out and causes trouble. You know, it's always someone that had instigated with her. And when someone is instigating with trouble with the sorry, she'll fucking, you know, hello, Shani, darling. She'll turn up and she'll sort it out. Do you know what I mean? And that's the way, you know, some people are, and I respect that. I respect that about it. But the fact that these men have turned up and didn't, and let's be honest, right, this could have been a lot worse because they didn't just hit her when she was on the floor. They were laying kicks into her head and everything. So this could have potentially have been a really, really different situation. Do you know what I mean? Like, this could have been... She is actually innocent in this. You know, some woman's just kicked off on her in a comment section on her videos, calling her names, and Cinder's going, hang on a minute, let's not do this over the internet, let's meet up. Because there's nothing worse than internet warriors, right? So Cinders is innocent in this, and then she's got brutally attacked by the woman who's made the comments, boyfriend and fucking partner. So yes, Cinders is innocent in this. She's a force to be reckoned with. I've told you guys, like, if she ever does anything wrong, don't be like coming here and expecting me to be calling her out, because Cinders don't play like that. Do you know what I mean? Thank you, Louis. Cinders turns up to my house, I'm moving. I am. I'm moving. I'm packing a bag and I'm leaving the country. And that's the truth. If it had been a one-on-one with the woman, there would have been no problems, right? If Cinders would have got, you know, the worst end of the deal, fair enough, you've turned up for a fight. But the fact that these men have had to do this woman's dirty work, it's disgusting. Absolutely. And I hope the police, I hope they lock you away and throw away the key, darling. And the thing is, Cinders knows some tasty people. They won't get away with this. Cinders, she ain't one to be playing with. No, absolutely not. I might see if she wants to join the clique, actually, because there are a few places available in the clique. Do you know what I mean? Grown women fighting now. Yeah, I know, darling, but it's just the way of the world, isn't it? Someone turns up to my house and they're starting on me. I ain't, unless it's Cinders, I ain't turning it down. I'm 44, I'm a grandmother and I'm a mother, I'm quite a classy lady. But if someone's knocking my door and starting on me, boom, I'm out. Unless it's Cinders or Torian. So, Cinders, if you want to join the clique, there is a seat for you at the table. So, I just want to say that. Hello, Reese, darling. Right, what's this one?
So I suppose it depends.
Don't start iPad, because I ain't playing
What's
today.
that with you, I suppose?
You're in the clique, Lee?
We've got a load.
This is how it started.
Up in there.
Yeah, she's showing you how it started,
This is how it
look.
started here, guys.
Yeah,
It's
look.
for no reason whatsoever.
That, yeah.
Absolutely no reason.
Yeah, look. Oh my God, you look embarrassing, love, Tart. I mean, Cinders did say something underneath, do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, this woman's gone for Cinders first. And yes, it may be savage what Cinders has said, but, you know, you go low, she's going to go lower. Do you know what I mean? It's just the way people are. I've just explained this 10 minutes ago. Of course, it's jealousy. I mean, Cinders is gorgeous. She's got a banging body. You know, she does all right for herself. And then you get some mucky bum that thinks they're bad and is a hater.
Dasha.
And because I tried to say the kids were ugly, that's an excuse for a boyfriend dating me. Because there is kids as well.
And the fact they've brought a kid as well. They brought a 5-year-old kid to assault her.
That fucking noise for a long time. I don't have TV in my house. I've got a projector, so I only watch movies.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that Emmerdale tune for a long time.
Oh my God.
FJ was really upset. Oh.
See what I mean? There were no reason for her to comment that on my video. Absolutely no reason. What's wrong with Down syndrome? So what? They do look a bit like that. What are you fuck? You shouldn't have come for me at the end of the day. Don't come for me if you've got ugly kids.
20 stitches in the lip.
Yeah, 20. I probably shouldn't have took it out on kids, to be fair, but do you know what? She shouldn't have come for me for no reason.
No, you shouldn't have done
All I
Cinders.
could see were the kids.
I agree. At least you've acknowledged that, Cinders.
It's all the with the rating. It's not.
Can you cut this so it's not like hanging down or it's making me feel free when you touch my lip? Please.
I know, 20 stitches in the lip.
What video?
Morning, Shazzy.
Listen, she should have had a fight with me on her own. Whether I said I don't want our kids at all.
Just grab some scissors, okay? Do you want to come with us?
She shouldn't just come to stage strange just for no reason. What was the reason for her coming on my comment like that?
I mean, they could have potentially unalived that. Let's keep it real.
It's that there.
They could have unalived the guys.
Because it keeps touching my bottom lip when I'm talking and it's making me gip.
Exactly.
See if I can they would do this.
I'll do it. I reckon I can do it with somebody else. Like that, like, I'll even go, yeah.
Exactly, Mario. Someone just said.
Yeah, it is now.
Yeah, so I'll do it.
Someone just said, but you don't know what Cinders could have done to that girl. When, in all fairness, darling Daisy, the girl shouldn't have just sporadically and nastily called her a tart and embarrassing and everything else. There's no need, to what was the need to go on Cinders comments and write that? For what reason? And this is the problem on the internet. Just because people are TikTokers or they fire up live and they do TikTok shop, why should people be open to have abuse? Why should people have to be abused? Do you know what I mean? And it depends on the person. You can either ignore it, I tend to ignore it. It does affect you, or you can be like Cinders and have it out with people. Do you know what I mean? But why should people have to accept abuse on the internet? No, I don't. Shah, I have to agree. I don't think kids should be brought into comments. Do you know what I mean? I say this all the time. And Cinders has just, recognised that and said she shouldn't have done that. Do you get what I'm saying? She has just acknowledged that. So hadn't she have acknowledged it, it would have been, but she did say she shouldn't have done that. Says she knows she was wrong. But that woman still instigated it. There's no reason as to why men have brutally done this to her. You can't condone it. Not because two women have, got beef or they've got into an argument. What? So you're going to, brutally attack a woman? Oh, yeah, the do-do time. Melanie, if I was in danger, my hubby would hit anyone to protect me. My husband wouldn't hit a woman. My husband wouldn't put his hands on a woman. Men have a lot more strength than women, and I'm not making women sound weak here because we're strong. Women are very, very strong. Let's be honest. But my husband would never put his hands on a woman to cause her harm. Restrain her maybe, 100%. Hold her down so she couldn't attack me or something like that, but never clock her one.